I am freaking out right now. This book has definitely broken me. Not gonna lie, it hurt a little. I was wrong about this book. You want to feel something? Like, go read Abby Jimenez's books. Hi book lovers, and welcome back to a new reading vlog. I hope you're doing well. I hope I'll be doing well doing this vlog because this is a very important one to me. I, so far in 2025, have only found one 5-star read. I will let that settle in for a little bit. I've read around, I think, almost 40 books, so it's not that I haven't read that much. It just literally, I feel like, not a great reading year so far. And I'm also not someone I would say that is super harsh with critiquing, because I had quite a few 5-star reads last year and also the year before. So I have to test the theory, if it's me or if it's the books, and I have to hunt down 5-star reads. This is the purpose of the video. I have particularly 4 books in mind that are as close as I can get to a guaranteed 5-star read when it comes to my reading taste. They're all authors that I love. They're all from authors that have given me a 5-star read before. So I would be shocked if I don't find a 5-star in here. Oh my goodness. I don't even want to think about it, because if none of these 4 books give me 5 stars, I'm either gonna quit BookTube or, to be not so dramatic, just keep on going and see if there's other, 5-star guarantees I can find on my TBR that I will read for this video. Nonetheless, I am excited to hunt down these 5 stars because I want that 5-star feeling. I've been missing it so much, because also my only 5-star that I had this year is from February and we have almost June. Guys, we have almost June. Anyway, it's all going to change in this video, I'm sure. I'm manifesting my 5-star read here, so please come along this journey and let's find some 5-star reads. And also let's hope I'm not going to have to quit BookTube. Guys, we're starting so good. I'm only a few pages into the friend zone, but I'm already getting the feeling like this could be a 5-star read, and I'm only a few pages in. I feel like it's been so long since I even sort of saw the potential in a 5-star read, and I'm so excited. Update on the friend zone. I am 150 pages in, kind of, and I still think this could be a 5-star read, which the first book I read for this video, really? I mean, I don't want to jinx it, so let's just talk about this plot for a little while. So we follow Kristen and Josh because their best friend is engaged to his best friend. They had a little meet cute, but they also obviously meet because their best friends are engaged with each other. And he now works for her as a carpenter on the side, and they just hang out a lot and have a good time. The only thing is, Kristen is actually in a relationship with a Marine, so he is off, doing his thing, and she knows she's attracted to him, but she would never do anything. And even if she would be free, she can't have kids for certain reasons, and his biggest wish is to have kids, and that's why he also broke up with his last girlfriend. So there's just no possibility for them, to ever do something. And this book is full of tension. I really love the humor in here. I just love the banter between these two. I love Kirsten as such a fresh female character. She's tough, but she also talks about her feelings with her best friend, and she is just very, direct, and I really enjoy her. And the same with Josh. Josh and also Brandon, his best friend, they have such a great guy relationship, and everything seems kind of healthy. Yes, there is a bit of miscommunication, but it's very understandable. I just enjoy this a lot. Quick update before I go to sleep. I'm still loving it so much, and I'm so excited to see how everything will play out, because this is her debut novel, but you can already tell she is such a talented writer, and the things that I loved about her writing in her later books were already in her debut novel, which I think are amazing. One thing that Abby Jimenez knows so well is truly how to like write about the feeling of love and just what you would do for the other person. I don't know, like, oh, she's the queen of like deep emotional romances. Leave it up to Ali Jimenez to make me want to cry, but at the same time being funny and giving me a smile even though everything is sad. Like, how does she do that? I almost don't want to continue. If I don't continue, then it just won't happen. This book has definitely broken me. I can't stop crying. I just have all these feelings in me right now and I need to put them somewhere. I need to leave them somewhere because otherwise I won't move on from this book. And like, that happens. I don't know if anyone feels the same, but I get so attached by fictional characters and what they go through. Like, I suffered so much reading these last few pages and I just have to remember, you know, this is not real. This is not real. Anyhow, I just thought I would share like my final review now, because then we'll just move on to some, I don't know, very mindless read to distract myself from those feelings I got here. So even though it frustrates me that, you know, I feel those painful feelings within these books, at the same time I also love it. This, obviously, of what happens is sad, but there is a lot of humor in this book. I'm absolutely amazed how this is Ali Jimenez's debut novel. Seeing now where she started makes me appreciate her other work even more. I think she did a phenomenal job. She definitely talked about some hard topics. I really appreciated her letter at the end explaining a few things or like what she wanted to say with the story. I loved it. But this is actually not a 5-star, which the whole time in my head I was like, oh my god, we're starting with a 5-star, this is crazy, the second 5-star of the year. But I think that the last like 80 pages that I just read, they kind of took away from, I mean, I don't know if she wanted to write romance with this. I mean, this is a romance, but there's also so many other topics that I feel like the romance is not the only storyline. Also, one thing that I would have loved a little bit more, the thing that keeps Kristen and Josh apart is the whole fertility thing. And I feel like there was so much talk about whether Josh wants kids or if he has to sacrifice something. Honestly, I didn't really know where Kristen stood. Like, I wish kind of it would have gone more into her like feelings. I think a lot of things were valid and also just realistic, but I kind of wanted a bit more of her view. However, I'm so interested now how she will continue with this trilogy. I would love to like just go and read the next books now, but there's so many other books I really need to read first. You want to feel something? Like, go read Ali Jimenez's books. My next 5-star prediction: Problematic Summer Romance by Ali Hazelwood, and it is giving the 5-star feeling, so far at least. Like, I am absolutely loving this. I'm also reading it on vacation, so I feel like, I don't know, I'm also just in the best mood to get a 5-star read. I mean, Ali Hazelwood has been the only author so far in 2025 who has given me a 5-star read, so I definitely have high hopes for this. This is actually her first sort of interconnected standalone. You can still read it as a standalone, but we're following Maya, who is the sister of the guy from Not in Love, and Connor, who is the best friend of that guy from Not in Love. We're in Italy at Elise and Rue's wedding, who the book Not in Love is about, because Maya is the baby sister of Eli. She's much younger. I think there's a 15-year age gap, and that's a big deal to Connor. And 3 years ago they actually started a friendship, but now they're meeting again for the wedding and they haven't actually talked in 10 years, and there is so much tension. Like, that is the one thing, like, I love when Ali Hazelwood gives us a lot of tension in her books, because usually it's also so obvious how much the guy likes the girl in her books, and you do get crumbs, but really just crumbs of that, and it's giving me that feeling where I just really don't want to stop reading, which is the best. I love it so much. Like, I feel similar to how I felt when I read Deep End. And the best thing, there's mention of Lucas and Scarlett from Deep End in here, and when I saw that, I was like, I was in bed last night and I was like screaming, giggling, and I was like, yes! Because of that tiny little mention. And yeah, overall, I really love it. I feel like this could be the second 5-star read I get this year. Oh my goodness, I am so excited. Also, we're traveling and my book is somewhere in the suitcases and there's just so much stuff, so I can't grab it right now. I've been dying to update you guys on this. I kind of wanted to sit on it a little while because even though I loved it so much, I was so unsure right after whether it's a 5-star or not, because I feel like since it's been a while since I had a 5-star, I was like, is it? But then I also just didn't want to overthink it, and you know, the book gave me that kind of feeling. Like, I literally didn't want to put it down. It was so good. Like, I loved the tension. It was definitely Ali Hazelwood's like slowest slow burn, and I enjoyed every single page, every single minute that I read this book, and therefore it's a 5-star. I don't think I love it as much as Deep End. Deep End is still my favorite, and I have one complaint. I hate that we didn't get an epilogue for that book, and I don't understand. I'm pretty sure that all her other books had epilogues, and I don't know, especially with the slow burn and when, you know, the couple finally got the happily ever after, I wanted more. And I feel like I was robbed of that, and I hope that at some point she will like release, I don't know, a bonus epilogue or whatever it is. But I'm okay because I'm also over the moon that we got our first 5-star read for this video and our second overall this year. And also, can we just like applaud Ali Hazelwood for being the only author so far that has given me a 5-star this year? That is insane. And I enjoyed her earlier work, but she definitely became a favorite author with her latest work, and I don't know, I feel like it just clicks a bit more with me. I don't know, the way she writes, it just always feels so addictive. I feel like that's the best word to describe her writing to me, and I'm so happy. So no matter how I'm gonna feel about the other 2 books that I'm gonna read for this vlog, I don't have to quit BookTube. I don't have to go and cry after this video because we found one. I'm unfortunately a bit sick, so sorry that I don't sound healthy. No, but I wanted to give you a little update on Rewind It Back by Tomforde, and I've been dying to get into this book. I am so excited, but at the same time I'm also sad because it's the last book in the Windy City series, which is one of my favorite romance series. It's so good, and Rio's book was, you know, one of the ones that we wanted from the beginning, and his character is so different and so sweet, and yeah, that at the same time makes it a bit sad. I kind of can't believe this is actually her first romance series. That is just incredible how good she is, and I'm having such a great time with this. Honestly, I really love it. I'm, I think, not quite 30% in, maybe like 28, something like that. This is second chance romance. They haven't seen each other in 6 years. Something happened in the past. I kind of have my suspicions of what that is, and I hope it's not, because I don't know, I just really wouldn't enjoy that. And you might notice I'm not a huge second chance fan, but I feel like Tomforde can definitely pull off a second chance. It's just that it's not my personal favorite when it comes to romance tropes. And one thing that is amazing about Tomforde is her man. Yo, you just know that they're written by a woman in a romance book, but they are incredible. One thing that is highly underrated about her books, I feel like, is definitely her found family. Like, oh my goodness, I love this group of friends so much, and literally how they choose to be each other's family, and they have something they call family dinner each Sunday on
I live for these moments. Yeah, that is one of my absolute favorite things about this book series. Good morning, I'm just getting ready. I'm also sorry that I have stripes in my face, but it's from the window and I don't know where to go, so they won't be here. I'm still a bit sick, so I'm sorry about that. I was actually just watching Larry Reed's mid-year book tag, and I love seeing everyone's book tag. Mine is gonna come out next week. By the time you see this vlog, it's gonna be out already. But Larry just hit it on. My favorite book of this year, and not gonna lie, it hurt a little. Like when usually your tastes are aligned or you just like someone and they don't like your book, I don't know, it's hard not to take it personal. Anyway, I thought we could talk a little bit about Rewind It Back, because I read yesterday up to, I think, 60%. So I am quite far in the book and I'm still really, really, really enjoying it. I love this book series so much. I will say I would want more of the found family, and I feel like in general that this book, compared to the others, revolve much more just around the two, and I feel like that the side characters, the side cast, isn't it strong, and sometimes, I don't know, then it feels like not really an actual world. Even the side character Ren, and I'm pretty sure Liz Tomforde is setting up a new book series here, which I'm so excited about. I mean, don't quote me on that, I don't know yet, but it feels like she's setting it up. But the rest of the book I enjoy so much, guys. I feel like the switch from I don't really want to have to do anything with you because you hurt me to I want the second chance came a bit quick. So that is my like only complaints, but they're not really big complaints because I still love it so much. I've done my hair, done my makeup, and also got my matcha here. I really need to try and not have matcha lips. I feel like all my other videos I had matcha lips now, and it's okay to be obsessed with matcha, but the matcha lips, not so sexy. Now I'm ready to read a bit more of Rewind It Back. I was right with my suspicions and didn't want to be because I don't really love this reason. At least I can give myself a pat on the shoulder and say I'm a good detective, because I knew that this would be the reason, and I kind of find it stupid. Anyway, I still love them. Finished Rewind It Back by Liz Tomforde, and I'm so sad that this series is over. This was really, really good. I loved almost everything about this, and the epilogue, oh my goodness. I wanted more of the found family, and I definitely got more in the second half, and that epilogue just, it hit different, you know? And I feel like Liz Tomforde just really wrote that epilogue in mind of people that have read the entire series and just loved it. And I love when authors give us that. I will give Rewind It Back 4.5 stars. It is not a 5-star. I'm not mad about it. I think the main thing that just really annoyed me is the reason why they broke it off in the past. I mean, I had my suspicions. I was right, but I really wanted to be proven wrong. I love Rio so much. He is such a great guy. Like all of Liz Tomforde's guys are amazing. However, you had that strong feelings, and I mean, that was your person. You did everything for that person. I just don't understand how you can sort of walk away that easily, and I feel like it was very much out of character. It almost felt like they had sort of their first fight and it was like, bam, no, this is not it anymore. But you know what? That book actually made me ready to read our final book that I think could give us a 5-star, and that is The Conditions of Will by Jessa Hastings. I am always really, really scared going into her books because I hate crying. I hate feeling sad. I don't really seek out books that give me that. Sometimes you can't avoid it, and I know that those books are usually also really good. A lot of the books that I rated 5 stars are books where I cried. I also cry easily. I just don't really like that. I love Jessa Hastings' writing so much. And this is also a standalone novel, so we're not deep diving into a series that she might never finish, you know. I am honestly also scared because the way that the Magnolia Park series makes me feel is just on another level. But I am ready. I am so ready for this. And if it breaks my heart, it breaks my heart. That's okay. I'm consenting to Jessa Hastings breaking my heart here. I need to update you on the conditions of Will. Oh my goodness, I am obsessed, utterly obsessed, and I didn't expect anything else. First things first, this doesn't really feel like it's going to break me. It still can. I read 170 pages around. I'm on chapter 24, and this might still take a turn. Who knows? It's Jessa Hastings, but I'm so happy to be back with her writing, and I've never read, actually never, because after the reviews, I feel like I wouldn't really enjoy that book. So I only ever really read the Magnolia universe with her writing, and I mean, that book series is everything to me. I love that so much, but it's also so nice seeing her writing in a different setting, and the way she writes people and her main character, and we only have her POV in here, like, I don't understand how they're not real. Like, they feel so real to me. And this, honestly, what it says on the back, I think like one sentence happened so far, and I mean we're quite far in, and I feel like that is very Jessa Hastings, where it's not really about the plot, but it is about the people, and that is something I found I really, really enjoy, when it's more of almost like a character study, and I don't really need a plot, to be honest, if the characters are interesting enough. So this just, it is so good, and I totally see myself giving this a 5-star, which, guys, if that happens, I don't want to say it because, again, don't want to jinx it. Did I tell you what this is about? We follow Georgia, who comes home to her family that she does not have a good relationship with. Her dad died and she's going to the funeral. And her family is like from South Carolina, and is this very traditional religious family. And her one brother is the only one she has a good relationship with, but he's gay, so he also feels like a total outcast from the family, and they both seem like the unwanted ones. But she has her own life now in London, and when they come together, obviously there's so many things going on, but also her younger brother that she actually likes brought his sponsor because he had an alcohol problem to the funeral, and Georgia is instantly drawn to him, and the other way around. And what is so interesting is she has the ability to read people's faces, like she actually studied that. It really gives Lie to Me, you know, that show. If you enjoy that, I mean, obviously this is not like a crime show, but if you enjoy that ability, then you will like this. And I feel like Jessa Hastings either has it herself or done like really great research to make it super realistic. And it's not just the romance that I love in here. It is so much more than that. Like, it is just about people and relationships. I have that feeling where I read it and I want to continue, I want to read more, but at the same time, I want to savor every single page, and I love that feeling about books so much. Guys, I am freaking out right now. I am freaking out because of this book, and oh my goodness. I had to put on the camera. I have to tell you what happened. I didn't know that this, like, sort of connects to the whole Magnolia Parks universe. It does. As soon as I read his name, it made click. Like, I'm not even kidding you. How, like, the Magnolia Parks universe is just everything, and that this connects. I mean, I love this already, but let me show you. She asked what happened, and then it says something happened with Julian's sister. Like, we all know what that means, right? We're talking about Daisy here. Julian and Daisy. Are you kidding me? And also how all of a sudden we have like 3 pages of, so she's talking right now about her ex-boyfriend. 3 pages of her ex-boyfriend, and I'm also in love with him. Any freaking man that Jessa Hastings writes, I think everyone who hasn't read Magnolia Parks or is just not as obsessed with it thinks I'm insane right now, and that's okay. That's okay. I can take that. How can fictional people affect me that much? I'm sitting here by myself, by the way, in the bed, and I am freaking out because of freaking fictional people, I really, really wish there were people right now that could talk back to me about this book, because I have to share this feeling with someone. Like, I want to talk to someone else who's as obsessed with Magnolia Parks. As soon as I finish this, I want to see everyone's vlog I want to see everyone's reading vlog, everyone's thoughts about this book. Like, I need it so much. Okay, I feel like I've shown enough craziness to the internet for tonight. I just have so much energy right now. Also, don't be surprised if I update you tomorrow that I finished the book, because I don't really see myself sleeping tonight. I did not finish the book last night. I have this much left, and you see how far I'm into the book. Like, I'm on chapter 42, that is around the 300-page mark, and here, right on the back, it says that there's someone in the will they don't know, and that's why they go on a road trip. Guess when they went on a road trip? Just now, like really a chapter or two ago. So we're on the road trip now, and that is the other half of the book. So yeah, this is not about the plot, guys. This is fun. This is so much fun. Like, I love everything about this. I love the whole like family dynamics. I love the secrets coming out. I think that is my favorite thing about this book, that this is not about to break my heart. And I didn't think I could enjoy a Jessa Hastings book where I'm equally invested, but not about to cry, which it makes me so happy. I was wrong about this book, I will say. If I read on the Kindle, it's fine, but I'm not alone in my bed. So my boyfriend is not a big fan if I read the whole night and have the lights on, which is understandable. But I also want to savor it, and I'm so glad that I still have a bit left, and I'm already sad when this is over, but not sad in a way how I'm usually with Jessa Hastings' book, but just sad because I enjoy it so much.
Got it out of my system now. I feel like I had to do a little victory dance for this book specifically, because ladies, I don't know if there's gentlemen, so I will just say ladies, we've got another 5-star read, and one that is so well deserved. My God, I'm still a bit sick and already out of breath with this little dance that is amazing for my health. I mean, obviously this is one of my top 3 reads now in 2025, maybe even the best. I don't know, I don't want to say. Anyway, I have to like gather my thoughts, because there's so much I want to say about this book, but then also this reading vlog is already super long, so I feel like I have to rein it in. But this was everything. If you don't like Magnolia Parks because of, you know, the toxic relationship, which I understand it's not for everyone, but if you still like the writing style of Jessa Hastings, then I think you would enjoy this, because this romance is very not toxic. It's very good communication. I mean, obviously you have like some other relationships that are, you know, more on the, you know, not great or toxic side, but it's not like, that's just how life sometimes is, and it's not that we're still in that cycle constantly, and our main character or even main characters were very self-aware, which was so nice and refreshing. And I'm someone who loves when the characters live in the gray, because honestly, life is not just black and white. Books often try to have like black and white characters, a happily ever after, where everything is tied up and just perfect, and where it is nice sometimes that we get that. I love endings where not everything is resolved perfectly, you know. And something that was, I think, so clever and so unique and refreshing to read about, that our FMC could, you know, read those micro impressions and everything, and even though we only got her POV, I feel like we got so much more of everyone else, because she was able to tell us what they were sort of thinking or feeling in that moment because of, you know, the micro expressions. And also the romance. Sam Penny, love you so much. Oh my goodness, the way he loved her, the way he stood up for her, like, who doesn't want a man like this? And even though the romance was so fantastic, and that maybe could be the one thing where I would say I would want more, but I don't know if the romance was really the point. That's why I also find it so difficult to say that her books are romance, because there's so much more. And definitely this book, the family dynamic, the family drama, and the topics she touched on, like, I feel like that was almost more the point, even though the romance was amazing. And saying those like topics you touched here, please also like read trigger warnings and, you know, inform yourself, because there is definitely heavier topics in here. I love this book so much. There is absolutely nothing like this. Like the way she describes things, she uses metaphors, she like how characters feel. And that's also why I have a little book hangover, because after this the only things I want to read right now is either reread this or reread Magnolia Parks. Like, I'm so glad that we're actually gonna get another book by Jessa Hastings soon, because I need my Jessa Hastings fix. It's so sad to know that we'll never have these characters as our main characters again, and I'll never be in her POV ever again. Oh my goodness, I'm so jealous if you can still read this for the first time. But to help with my book hangover, I actually went down that rabbit hole and watched every single like review I could find from my favorite creators, because I avoided all of them. And I'm so glad that they all loved it as well. And just, you know, when you can share that love, that's I also love doing these videos, because please, if you have read this, let me know in the comments. Like, I want to talk about this book so much. Another thing that it's not the first time actually that Jessa Hastings has done it. She uses tropes. I mean, if you can call that tropes, but she uses some that I despise usually, like Magnolia Parks, that whole like love triangle. I hate that so much. I actively avoid that at all costs. Same with insta-love. With the Magnolia books, you're much more thrown into a situation that is already there basically, whereas here you actually have a meet-cute. I feel like that doesn't often happen with her characters, but it is definitely insta-love, insta-lust, which I would say I never ever like. But in her books, she makes it possible that it's insta-love, insta-lust, but still on such a deep level. I don't know how she does that. I know it doesn't make sense if I say those words together. It just makes sense for them, okay? They're just meant to be. It's a soulmate type of thing, I guess. And yeah, I would say with that, let's wrap up this video. So I thought for the outro I would bring you guys down and show you where one of my new favorite books is gonna live on my shelf. Oh, it's so gorgeous. I mean, with a cover like this, you just sort of have to, you know, show it off. And with that, I'm wrapping up this video, which was such a great reading vlog. I hope that came through. I hope you enjoyed it as well. I feel like it took me a little while, but I am so happy by the end of this, because my goal was to actually hunt down 5-star reads, since, you know, I only had one, guys, when I started this video. Like, now I have 2 more. I tripled my 5-star rating for this year. That is so amazing, and I will probably do one of these in the future again. Tell me if you want to see more of this. Tell me what are some of your 5-star reads. Maybe I can go through those to find another 5-star read. I'm so stoked, because even the ones that weren't quite 5 stars, they were still amazing. Like, let's see all of them here and their ratings. They're all above 4 stars. Like, what a reading vlog. Honestly, I should have done this sooner. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this. Please give it a like, and also subscribe for more bookish content in the future. And as I said, let me know in the comments some of your 5-star reads, and then I will see you guys in my next video. Bye!